This is Trainer Nick checking in. We've got LifeSecure on the line with us.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. This is David Burkhardt, and I'm just going to take a minute before turning over the call to Toby to, first of all, welcome everyone to the call. Appreciate you taking time out of your afternoon or morning, depending on where you may be, to join us today. Again, just a couple of minutes to talk about the corporate mix here, in an effort to avoid going into too much alphabet soup. There's a couple of companies in the equation that I think it's probably important for people to just have some awareness of. The first company I'll mention is BCS Financial, Boy Charlie Sam Financial, which is the company that I work for. BCS is a 70-year-old company that is the only company that's owned by every Blue Cross and Blue Shield plan. And the reason that's important is because of our ownership structure, we have familiarity with all the Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans around the country, and in particular, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, which used to be 100% owner of LifeSecure. In 2017, we became a 20% owner of LifeSecure, and we're very, very excited about that partnership because LifeSecure brings some great products to our capabilities and our distribution, and you'll learn about those in a moment. But the other piece to identify here is there can be occasion, or there may be occasion as we move forward together, where you may see an email from myself or one of my colleagues, and you'll see that BCS corporate logo in the signature page. And we just want to identify that, again, it may be a different logo, but we're all one company, and we're all one family, I should say, maybe different companies, and we're all working together to bring these products to AHCP. And the means by which we are bringing these products to AHCP goes back to a working relationship I've had with National General and AHCP and Vela Points and all the various companies going back about 7 or 8 years ago. So we're very excited to kick off this venture with all of you. Again, I want to thank Toby ahead of time for taking time out of his schedule to share these products with you, and as well, all of you for joining us on today's call. So Toby, take it over from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, David. That's a great interlude, and couldn't be said any better. And I'm going to give you just a kind of a quick overview, maybe an agenda of what we're going to try to accomplish today. But really, the title says it all: get acquainted. We're going to talk a little bit about product process, some of the things that we bring to the table here at LifeSecure. So this is just a little bit of an add-on to what David has said. Obviously, we are a subsidiary of Blue Cross and BCS Financial. From day one, we've been really financially strong due to that Blues ownership and relationships that we have. So we're a very stable, fast-growing company. And in terms of innovation and technology, from day one, we had electronic apps, portal access, things to help make sales easier and quicker for our agents out in the field. One other thing that Blue Cross had noticed was, if we can sell some of our clients 2 or 3 or multiple products, it helps create a stickier sale, helps us, build that relationship with our clients, and help, makes it stronger and strengthen it over time, so we keep those sales and those customers happy. You'll see on here as well, national coverage. Right now, we do business in 48 states. We will have products in 49. The one state that we will not be selling in is New York State. That might take us a little bit of time to get in there, but we do have some products all over the country and have very good national reach. In terms of our product portfolio, LifeSecure today has a worksite only long-term care product, but we have in the individual and worksite space, accident, hospital recovery, and critical illness products. So we do have 4 products. We are growing that suite of products over time, trying to maybe refresh one of our products and launch a new one every year or so. So we will be growing out that suite of products as time goes on. If you do not currently sell ancillary products, one of the things that we're looking at is, providing you solutions, things that you can sell, not just products, provide a one-stop shop to make it really easy for you and your clients to understand. And the other nice thing is these products can be sold year-round. So you can sell them during open enrollment. The other nice thing is you can go back as a touch point and sell them after the fact, maybe to help solidify that sale, and also to give you other options and things to sell, outside of open enrollment, maybe when, things slow down a little bit, potentially this time of year. So I'm going to kick this off with our accident product. I'd say kind of the flagship product right now because we've had it the longest. It's a very great and competitive product. It's very simple and easy to understand. So when you look at accident insurance today, a lot of them on the marketplace are scheduled benefits. Ours pays out off of the discounted, EOB. So we pay lump sums, and I'm going to show you how this works and why it can be better than a scheduled benefit in terms of how accident plans work. Number one, these products are guaranteed issue, so it pays off of an accidental injury. Issue ages are 18 to 74, and it's renewable up to age 75. You can cover children, similar to health insurance, up to age 26. Real simple, we have composite rates, so there's only 4 covered tiers. It's self, spouse, partner, self and a child or children, or the entire family. At LifeSecure, we do have applications signed in state. So if you are in Michigan selling the product to somebody in Michigan, they would sign a Michigan application. If I'm an agent in Michigan selling to an Ohio client, they are sitting in Ohio when they're signing the app, they would buy that with a Michigan policy. You'd have to write it on, with an Ohio policy. You would have to be licensed in Ohio to sell it to them. So you can sell these face-to-face. You can be licensed in multiple states and sell it, over the computer, over the telephone. So trying to keep it very simple, easy, and straightforward. All of our products are compatible with HSAs. So it's just another way to help add another layer of insurance onto your client's, we'll say, protection. And these are reimbursement of actual expenses. If by chance you have a client that does not have health insurance, or maybe they have a short-term medical plan, we'll pay either off of the discounted EOB, or if they have no insurance, we'll pay off their medical bill. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. And another great feature is our plans pay 24/7 on or off the job. So this just does not cover on the job only. It's 24/7 coverage. So another great selling feature. So how does the accident plan work? You just have to choose a annual benefit bank amount. This can range in $100 increments. The minimum plan is $2,500. Max for an individual is $15,000. Max for a family is a $25,000 benefit bank. Either some or all of that benefit can be used by one of the family members or multiple family members, but there's only one benefit bank for a couple or an entire family. In terms of the deductible, there's a one-time individual deductible or one-time twice, or a $200 deductible for the family. So very, very easy. They don't have to pay that deductible. It would just come off of the reimbursement check that we cut the client. Sample premiums, like I said, again, very affordable. A lot of these plans can be purchased for around $1 a day. So an average, or we'll say a decent monthly benefit amount, $5,000 benefit bank for an individual is $22 a month. For the family is around $32 a month. A lot of times we can structure these to either cover their out-of-pocket. So if they're on a high deductible plan, maybe $5,000 to $8,000 for a family would be a nice benefit bank amount. If they want to choose more, we do not coordinate with other insurances. So the cash benefit can be used, however your client needs it. Important timelines. This is very similar to other plans in the marketplace, but with an accident, initial care must be sought out and received within 72 hours. So there's a little bit of education there with your clients when they buy these plans to make sure they're seeking treatment when they do get injured. And major diagnostic exams must occur within 30 days of the accidental injury. The only limitation on this plan would be we only cover 2 major diagnostic exams per covered family member per year, and it's capped at $750 per exam. Besides that, we do pay off of the EOB. Benefit payout example, you'll see here the light blue are covered medical expenses. In this example, this is Lisa. The dark blue is her other related out-of-pocket expenses. So she gets hurt, she's in an accident, $9,300 bills are covered medical expenses. LifeSecure has our $100 deductible, so that's less $100. we would cut check to Lisa for $9,200. But she also has coinsurance, maybe she has lost wages, other things that affect her out-of-pocket expenses, which are close to $3,800. This example just shows you how Lisa can utilize that cash benefit to cover some of those out-of-pocket expenses. And at the end of the day, Lisa still has over $5,000 that she could use for anything else that might arise. Maybe she has to travel to see a specialist. Maybe she needs to pay for some more child care. But this just shows the flexibility of how our plan works, whereas and can pay out additional funds above and beyond what a scheduled benefit might pay. So some of the competitive hot points or reasons why to use our accident plan. Obviously, it's guaranteed issue, so there's no underwriting. Our reimbursement models can pay out higher than a scheduled benefit plan. It is 24/7 on and off the job. These benefits pay above and beyond any other insurances, even car insurance, workers' comp, and so it can provide that level of insurance and flexibility and provide that better benefit for the client. So it's perfect for families, especially with young and active children. The family plan will cover, if you have two children or 10, that's still the rate for the family plan. So once again, very affordable. And it also could be a good value for senior clients, and they can keep that up to age 75. So that is the LifeSecure accident plan. I'm going to jump into our hospital recovery insurance. This is one of our newer policies on the block. We just launched our 3rd generation hospital recovery. And what this product can do is really complement your health insurance plan. So maybe a high deductible health plan, maybe a Med Advantage client that has some higher out-of-pocket expenses. Once again, it can pay cash for a qualified hospital stay, and that'll cover inpatient and observation. And it can also assist your client in the recovery phase after a hospital stay. Issue ages go up a little bit higher with this plan, so it can target more of the senior market. So issue ages are 18 to 85. Again, covers children up to age 26, and it's guaranteed renewable for life. Rates are age banded with this product, so you'll see 18 to 29, 30 to 39. If there are spouses that are both applying and they fall in different age bands, we'll take the median price of those two spouses to figure out what their monthly cost is going to be. Again, compatible with HSAs. The riders for this plan are not. And one of the big features or added benefits when we launched this new 3.0 product was observation. So again, it will cover inpatient and observation stay. Some of the key competitive hot points for hospital recovery, again, cash benefits, so more flexibility for the client. They can use the money however they see fit if they need to cover bills or other out-of-pocket expenses. It is a family protection, and in this particular plan, each family member will get a separate benefit bank. So if we choose, a $10,000 bank for a husband and wife, they would both have their own benefit banks. And with these plans, with the benefit bank design, the accident and the hospital recovery plans, banks reset on January 1st of each year. Another great feature in how those plans work. Some of the riders can help out with ER, ambulance, or diagnostic exams and some rehab facility expenses. These are ideal products to be selling to high deductible and zero premium plan or Med Advantage clients. A simplified issue process. We have 4 health questions. So it's really a yes or no. We have the health questions and a liberal height weight chart. Another added feature with 3.0 was in the individual space, we do have a guaranteed issue application period, and that's between ages 64.5 to 65.5. And that is for all benefit ranges. So anywhere from $100 to $900 daily benefit can qualify for the guaranteed issue product. So I really like this selling feature because if someone has any health concerns, they could apply during that period, and it is guaranteed renewable for life. So it might be the only opportunity some of our clients may have to purchase this sort of coverage. So how does this plan work? To make a daily benefit amount, the max you can get is up to $900 in $10 increments. So the annual benefit bank would be their daily benefit amount multiplied by 35 days per calendar year. So very simple, straightforward. The example here is a $500 daily benefit amount. The max stay for a year is 35 days per year. This would equal $17,500. That would be, again, per person. If we have a husband and a wife, they'd both be able to access that amount, and it would reset on January 1st. So again, very simple and straightforward. Optional riders, we have an emergency room or ambulance rider. This will pay out once per calendar year per person. $300 for the ER, for the ambulance service. Ground transportation is $150. Air transportation would be $500 payout, again, once per calendar year. Major diagnostic exam benefit is a $500 benefit payout. And this is one per calendar year per person, typical exams, CTs, MRIs, EEGs. Again, if you have the hospital recovery and accident, both plans active and in place and would qualify to claim on both, we will pay out the claim on both plans. So we do not coordinate with any other insurances, even our own, if a client has 2 or 3 LifeSecure plans. Last but not least is the rehab facility benefit. This will pay out an additional $100 a day per day stayed in a rehab facility up to 15 days per calendar year. So it could access an additional $1,500. I really like this benefit to add on to all hospital recovery plans because it's pennies on the dollar. Typically, it'll add less than $1 or maybe around $1 per month to their premium. So always check out the rehab facility benefit. Average cost, if we look at a daily benefit amount of $200, let's say for a 50-year-old individual, it would cost around $25, $26 a month. So again, these plans can be very affordable and easy to add on alongside their short-term medical or other health plans that they may have. Our height weight chart, very liberal. I'm 6'3", I could weigh as little as a 148, and my max weight would be 312. So between that and the knockout questions, this would decide if your client would be eligible for coverage or not. We looked 2 years back into the medical history. A lot of the other carriers look 3 to 5 years back. So I'd say we're maybe more on the lenient side when it comes to the underwriting, but if a client does answer yes to a knockout, they would not be eligible for coverage. Here's a benefit payout example. And just so you know, if it was an inpatient hospital stay or outpatient, this scenario would play out the same. So a daily benefit amount of $500, 4 days in the hospital. We multiply that out, the client would get $2,000 cash back from LifeSecure. Let's say their hospital bill was only $1,000, they'd be able to keep that additional money and use it however that they see fit, or if they needed it for other expenses outside the hospital. Now, last but not least, we'll jump to the critical illness plan. This is our newest product that we just launched spring of last year. A lot of great features built into this plan. So I'm going to jump right into it. Issue ages 18 to 70. It's guaranteed renewable to age 75. With this plan, children are automatically covered up to age 26. They're not a rider. They're just baked in. They get a $2,500 benefit at no additional cost. I really liked how we did that. Benefit amount ranges goes from $5,000 up to $50,000. That's in $5,000 increments. Rate structure is male, female, based on individual age and nicotine and non-nicotine rate class. Our underwriting is a little bit different from the $5,000 to $50,000 range. We're just going to really take a look at the application. If they answered no to the knockouts, fit the build chart, we're most likely going to jet issue this plan. And when I say jet issue, accident, we can usually turn around in a day. Hospital recovery, critical illness can be turned around in as little as a day to 3 days. So again, taking electronic apps, very quick, very easy. We get this stuff turned around and can pay commissions out extremely fast. So we're helping you guys get those sales in the door, solidify the sale, and also help get you paid. So now on the underwriting scale, once we hit over 20,000, so say 25,000 to 50,000, the only added step we're going to take there is we'll pull the MIB report and pharmacy screen. If there's anything in there that might raise our eyebrows, we may do a focused interview, and what that's going to be is a call from our underwriting team to ask the applicant, why are you taking this sort of medication? Usually takes just a few minutes. So we will dig a little deeper there, might slow down this process by a day or two, depending on how soon we can get a hold of the client. But once again, it's done usually very quickly. Our turnaround times are very good with all of our products, including our long-term care product. Also automatically included is our return of premium benefit. So the client could get all their premiums paid back if they pass away while they're holding an active policy. Obviously, if the policy ages out at 75, they live to be 80 or 90 years old, there would not be any return, and it is less claims paid. So if they had a claim, they may not be eligible for return. Also built in is a health screening benefit, so $50 per year per person of one of our 30 wellness procedures. There's a lot of them on there. Most of us, if you're going to see the doctor, would qualify for that $50 a year health screening benefit. So how does it work? The critical illness plan pays on covered conditions. You'll see on this screen now, 4 of those conditions pay out at 100%. Those are more of the big ones that typically are covered under critical illness, so heart attack, stroke, invasive cancer, major organ failure. The other pays out 25%. These are kind of the precursors to the larger conditions. So if someone has coronary artery disease, cancer in situ, prostate cancer, end-stage renal failure, they pay out 25%. In skin cancer, we did get added at 5%. It's very prevalent. It's in a red box because it will only pay out once. So, what does that mean? It kind of leads me into our next benefit that's built into the plan. We call it an unlimited lifetime maximum because reoccurrence is also built in. A lot of the other carriers might have riders. Ours is just part of the product. So reoccurrence of the same disease. If I was diagnosed with cancer, maybe I have a $10,000 benefit. LifeSecure cut me a check for $10,000. Well, 5 years later, I get cancer again. What happens? Well, reoccurrence of that same disease, I would get 50% of my original benefit amount. So instead of 10, I'm going to get a $5,000 payout. As long as the reoccurrence of disease and diagnoses are at least 12 months apart or 12 months treatment free for invasive cancer. So if it's been 2 or 3 years, I'd be able to get paid out again. And if it was 2 or 3 years later and it came back, I could get paid out multiple times of reoccurrence of this same disease. Once again, skin cancer is a one and done at 5%. But we also pay out of not reoccurrence, but subsequent diagnoses of different diseases. So just because the client gets paid once, the plan doesn't go away or the insurance doesn't go away. We could pay out that full benefit amount multiple times due to different diseases. So once again, my example, I have cancer, I get paid $10,000. A couple years later, I have a stroke, I could get paid out the full benefit again. So if we look at this, the full benefit amount is payable for a subsequent diagnosis of a different disease as long as the diagnosis is separated by at least 6 months. So the key time frame here is reoccurrence of the same disease is 12 months or greater. Reoccurrence of a different disease is 6 months or greater. So again, providing the ability to pay out multiple times over the life of the product. A couple other key features with the critical illness plan, pre-existing conditions. We do have a 12-12 provision, and this is just to help with our jet issuing of the policy. We will not pay out a benefit of diagnosis of a specified disease that is diagnosed within the first 12 months after the policy is effective if it is caused by, contributed by, or results from a pre-existing condition. So if the client may have lied on the app or they've been seeking treatment for the last 3 or 4 months for heart disease, and then they purchase a plan 3 months later, they have a heart attack, this would be a reason that we may not pay for that specified disease. If it's beyond 12 months, obviously this provision goes away and we won't even look into it. Benefit wait period. So there's no benefits payable during the first 30 days or the first 90 days for the cancer conditions. Again, once they get past that first 30 or 90-day window, the benefit wait period is satisfied. Here are some sample premiums. You'll see at the top, it's individual monthly premiums for male, non-nicotine. If we look down at the bottom at a 55-year-old, picking a $10,000 benefit amount, we're still around that $1 a day window, so $38. Again, very affordable. And a lot of times if your clients have short-term medical or maybe no health insurance, they could be able to stack, the hospital recovery, critical illness, or all three of our products together and get those plans for, under $100 a month. So adding multiple products together will help keep that, solidify the sale, keep it stickier, provide your clients with coverage, and also help offset maybe some of the healthcare costs or premiums that you weren't getting with commissions on anymore. So that also a value add for you as the agent selling 2 or 3 LifeSecure plans at once. So in terms of these cash benefits from all 3 of our products, they can be paid out. It's a cash payout to the client. They can use the money however they see fit. So if they need it for other medical bills or deductibles, their mortgage payment, they need it for medications. Maybe they get an excess amount of money and they want to save it for a vacation. That's perfectly fine. They can use that money however they need to use it. Some of the other competitive hot points for this particular plan, the unlimited lifetime max is very nice. It's built in. It's easy to understand. We have that built-in return of premium and the $50 health screening benefit. I really like the fact that we built in the dependent children automatically covered at the $2,500 benefit. The one-time 5% skin cancer payout. Also, didn't touch on this, but no benefits reductions at higher attained ages. A lot of our competition, once you hit 55 or 60, they're going to start lowering the benefits that are accessible to those age ranges. So we don't do that. And we also have some advantages in the worksite if there's ever a need for any worksite groups with our product. So simplicity of doing business with LifeSecure. We have an online quoting tool where you can look at all 3 products at once with one application. We have just designed an email and text to sign feature. So if you are selling over the computer and phone, very simple and easy. We do not charge application fees for any of our products. Clients can be set up on EFT credit card, no additional fee. We can deliver policies through the mail, or we can do e-delivery. So everything can be done electronic. And again, fast and easy turnaround times can help keep everybody happy. This last page here is just a snapshot of our agent portal. So you can see what it looks like. If you're looking at all 3 of our products, you could select and deselect them to narrow down what your client might want, or maybe a price point that they're looking at. Anything that's bold and underlined, you can hover over and you can see an explanation of maybe, what's this deductible, what's the return of premium mean, what's the target benefit amount. At the bottom of the page, it says how this plan works. You can click on that button. It'll actually pull up like a schedule of benefit page that'll explain it in more detail. You can type in the benefit bank amount that you'd like to see, or use these arrows or grab bars to move the numbers around. Again, a very simple tool. Adds it all up in the top right corner to give your client a monthly total. And at the bottom, you can either print a copy of this or push the Apply Now button, which would pull them right into the e-app process. And it'll take these plan designs and the information that you put in for your client and populate it into the app to help keep it simple, easy, and streamline that process. So with that being said,
Toby, I really appreciate you. There's a lot of great stuff here in the product, guys. I'm loving it. That accident plan looks awesome. $100 deductibles are great, and then just the to $100 limits there, the availability to customize there is really cool. So I really like that product, guys, and I appreciate you taking some time out to talk through that with us. I'm excited. This is a really great product. So thank you guys.